Hi there, welcome back to the Flask Mastery Series. So in this session, we are going to work on the project structure of our author's API. So let's dive right in. So to improve our project structure, we are going to go ahead and create different folders that are going to work as modules in a way that they will be storing the different files that we shall be working with. So for instance, within our package, we are going to go ahead and create a new folder that is going to store the models. And to make it a module, the first thing we want to do is to go ahead and create an init file. And it's going to be an empty file in a way that it initializes this folder for the models as a module, such that when we add different files like the file for the user module, the file for the book module, and the company module, they will be easily imported elsewhere. So I'll go ahead and create a new file for the users.py, which is going to store the user model, and same applies to the companies.py, which is going to go ahead and store the company module. So lastly, I'll also create books.py, and it's going to go ahead and store the book module that we shall have created. So I'll minimize this folder because we are not going to be creating the modules within this session. So within our package, we shall still go ahead and create a new folder for the controllers. In other words, this folder is going to act as a module in a way that it also has the init file, and it is going to go ahead and also store the different modules that we shall work with for different controllers. For example, we shall have the auth folder, and I'll also go ahead and make it a module.python, and same applies to folders. For example, we also have the users, and we shall go ahead and make this a module too. Then within this module, we shall also have the companies, and lastly, I'll also go ahead and create a folder that is going to act as a module for the books. So for the controllers module, it's going to work in a way that it is going to be storing all files that we shall be working with for different tasks. For example, for creating books, we shall store the files in here. For maybe updating the user details or viewing all the users within our system, we shall store the files here. And if we are going to work with authentication, we shall also store all the files in here. So we can see that we are working with the model view controller pattern for this case. And within the package still, we can also go ahead and create a file that is going to store the different extensions that we shall work with. So extensions.python. So within this file, we shall be creating different instances for different third-party libraries that we shall be working with, as we are going to see in the future. And not forgetting that we shall be working with status codes, so we can also create a file that is going to be storing our status codes. So for now, we can just say status codes as the name of the file, status codes.python, and this will be storing all the status codes. So for now, we can actually add our status codes, and I'm going to attach the link for the status codes within the video description. So I'll go ahead and paste them here. So we can see that within our package, we are having the modules for the controllers, the models, and we have also defined or created the extension file, and same applies to the status codes file. So when we try to run our application, it should run without any issues. So since I always want to work with the application in a way that debug mode is set to true, so that in case of any issues, I can always update the project and these updates are automatically triggered. So Python run.py. So we can see that our application is running and debug mode has been set to true. In other words, the debug mode is on, and in case of any changes, they'll always be automatically triggered. So that is it for the project structure. See you again in the next session, where we are going to be focusing on the database modeling by creating the different models. For example, the user model, the company model, the book model. Thanks for watching.